Welcome everyone to episode 3 of the TODCast podcast, a TODCO group podcast, where we talk about a wide range of different topics surrounding the city of San Francisco, and specifically our neighborhood of South of Market. We're TODCO Group, an affordable housing nonprofit located here in our local community. Today, we did a quick pivot for episode 3 on the topic for this episode. We were going to talk about TODCO's role in land use, but we're pivoting to talk about our 6M Arts Gallery with Kerim Harmanci, the manager there at the gallery. He's also a part of our TODCO team, but just wanted to give a quick thank you to Kerim for joining us for this episode and making the time, and would love to dive into some questions if that's okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Andres and Peter, for hosting me and for doing the wonderful work that you guys do. Just jump in anytime. It's been we're leading up to the show on the 26th, from 2 to 6 p.m. That's what we've been gearing up for the past couple of weeks.
That's great. I think we probably should take a step back and just kind of first alert people to, what 6M is and talk a little bit about, what we're doing. Just Kerim, I just to jump in, just kind of tell us what the 6M Gallery is and like how it came around and just maybe a little background.
Yeah. I mean, in case anybody's unfamiliar with 6M, community art space that we have been basically setting up for the past few months. I've been here since about February, late January, early February. And basically, I believe it was being renovated for about a year and a half to set up as a gallery and community art and meeting space for the 6th Street neighborhood predominantly. So it's a place that we have been building it out to set up shows, to set up art workshops and different programs throughout the week, and maybe in staggered shows 4 to 5 per year. And so it's been a collaborative enterprise so far with a lot of both local organizations and a ton of local artists to kind of help to bring their work in to show to the public and to introduce them to what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, and it's in the Bayanihan House, right? That's where people would eventually know where the space is.
That's right.
6th and Market. Yeah,
it's right on
6th and Mission.
Right on the corner of 6th and Mission, which is what So 6M stands for 6th and Mission, and it's right. The door faces the corner, and it's a huge kind of aquarium style room, a lot of great big windows, and it's a place that I've been here pretty much 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. It's open mostly to the public right now, if people are interested in taking a look and introducing themselves, but we have set times during the week that the public comes in for either open studio hours or starting this week for a Thursday workshop series.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you say is the most, I guess, the exciting part of opening 6M and getting this kind of off its feet? Because you've been with TODCO longer than the gallery's been around. So I'm just curious, what's the most exciting part for you as far as taking on this new project?
Yeah, so I mean, I came over from working for a few years at the 6 on 7th photography workshop, and so we did a lot of it's a smaller space. We did a lot of shows there. I've been there since 2020, and basically over here, I mean, it's been extremely exciting because it's not just photography. So you have artists of every walk of life coming in, of every medium, trying to show their work and trying to find a place to create work as well. And it's been an unbelievable time just getting to know people in the neighborhood who create art or are interested in art in general. And so it's been it's a very active, I mean, corner, you know, so it's like the difference between 7th Street and 6th Street is huge in terms of street traffic and, you know, residential life and just general rhythm of you know, people out and about. And so it's been, you know, it's incredibly engaging. You know, I'm never, it's never boring. There's always people who kind of find out about the space for the first time because we're brand new. And so people from Hospitality House, arts program on 7th and Market, or 6th and Market, they have been aware of the space and they come over as well. So it's kind of been you know, a busy revolving door for the past couple months.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Something that, you know, we say often is that community development is in the DNA of TODCO. And that really this podcast kind of explores just, you know, theories about community development. I'm curious if you could speak a little to how you see kind of your role and, you know, the arts that TODCO provides, how that weaves into our theory of community development in general.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, you know, what people tend to ask in the beginning is like, how does this place even exist? Because I don't have to, you know, I'm not fighting every day for funding to keep this place afloat. It's a beautiful large room in, you know, a TODCO SRO building that is basically a, you know, place for anybody in as a resident here or in the community to use at their will for basically using our art supplies and learning about artwork and participating in workshops and having basically a safe space they can come to and just be themselves. You know, we're not forcing people to, you know, create art. People can come in and just kind of, you know, they can meditate if they want. They can have a cup of coffee. They can read some books about art and, you know, basically get a bit of an oasis from the hustle and bustle outside. So in terms of, I mean, the community response has been huge because, you know, some people need places like this. And there's just not that many, I guess, what is it, third areas? I mean, you know, there's not that many kind of recreational spaces where you don't have to pay money to sit there and to enjoy it. And so, you know, the span of artists from both South of Market and the Tenderloin and the Mission has been pretty incredible. And I think, you know, just being able to provide the space for people is really is a huge gift to this, you know, this street corner. I mean, the 6th Street neighborhood in general, but you know, particularly 6th and Mission.
I would, yeah, especially to the population that generally lives on 6th Street, right? It's SROs. It's generally, I think people would say on 6th Street, the street is the living room, right? Because people just kind of, you know, need to go somewhere to hang out. And it sounds like you're providing a really good space as an alternative, we could say, where they can kind of learn a bit about themselves and explore a little.
Exactly. Yeah. It really is like 24/7 active stretch of activity and people also looking for things to do, you know, ways of, you know, kind of finding healthy things to do as well, because, you know, the stretch has been, you know, it's succumbed to, you know, all sorts of, you know, obviously drug epidemic and different, you know, there's a lot of mental health priorities on the street that we're trying to, you know, provide, you know, different services provide on a daily basis. But, you know, in between, you know, where they live, if they have a stable place to live and seeking health services, I mean, a lot of them kind of need some kind of either, you know, space to be themselves or a structure. And so coming to a weekly workshop can give people something to look forward to and to, you know, have another venue to express themselves, you know, if they're already an artist.
Yeah, and Corinne, it kind of brings up like a question in my head, like I think would be good for the audience to know is what your background is in, and and what tools and skill sets have you learned from your background that helped you kind of take on this role here at the gallery? And again, not only think about this outside of just the art space, but again, as a benefit to the community, and just kind of diving more into your background and your work experience, and kind of how that's helped transition you to kind of make this gallery more than just something that's in the art space, but again, a community benefit.
Right. I mean, most of my 20s, I worked in restaurants. I was a cook, and really, hospitality. I mean, it's just trying to provide a good service for anybody who comes in off the street. And I think after that, I went to school for photography, graphic design, did a lot of freelance work, and so forth, using those skills. But I think really, I mean, and those come in handy here, but really what I think has been kind of crucial to just kind of maintaining a steady, presence here to kind of give people what they're looking for is just, trying to help whoever comes in the door. And so I think, in a strange way, the hospitality background has been incredibly important for that, in some ways more so than the arts background. So that's otherwise, I did a lot of photography, both for documentary, for either newspaper, for headshots for different companies, making video, like drone videos, working in architectural photography for like interior designers and stuff like that. I mean, there's a whole range of little micro skill sets there, but for this, it's really just coming back from 6 on 7th photography workshop for a few years, which was kind of the similar MO of just really giving people a space to learn at their convenience and pace, and to find ways of participating in the arts any way they can. So that's been sort of the working with the public over the past few years on 7th Street, has definitely primed me, I think, more than I would have guessed. I mean, that's really been the platform to working here.
Yeah. It sounds like it's really given you a good sense of 6th Street, which happens to be the name of the upcoming show that we're doing. Could you tell us a little bit about just the show, some of who the artists are, and just what people can expect when they show up? What's it on?
Yeah,
26th?
no, I appreciate the segue. Yeah, I mean, for the 6th Sense phrase has been bopping around my head for a while as a possibility for a show, but too many people associated it with. There's a Bruce Willis movie out there, apparently. I don't know, I haven't seen it, but yes. Anyway, so basically, the idea for this is sort of, it's an open house for artists in the neighborhood and who work and live around here to get aware of the space and participate in our community room. So the theme is really just sort of a place for people to show anything they've been working on and to meet each other as well as kind of a communal operation. So that's been, over the past month, I've been getting to know a lot of artists who've been, who work and live here and have been doing all kinds of different mediums. Like there's a guy, Sean Moore, who does amazing soap art from, he creates artwork out of soap he gets at Walgreens and kind of incorporates different ideas and three-dimensional objects into it. And something I've never, seen before. Across the street at the Henry Hotel, there's a guy, Hector, who makes incredible jackets out of a patchwork from different materials he finds on the streets. I mean, it's like there's a lot of really kind of vernacular folk arts artists around here who are working in mediums that don't really have a strict definition. And so it's nice to give them a place to show some of the off-kilter stuff as well as more traditional artists as well. I mean, Hospitality House on 6th in Market, they have a lot of artists who work with clay and pottery and screen printing. So, we're able to access those artists and give them a place to show work as well too. But yeah, it's been, I mean, like there's a whole list. I mean, of the like Christine Johnson is another artist who started making stuff after she was 50 years old. And we're living in the Tenderloin for many years, and she lives kind of actually, well, anyway, I mean, she creates amazing canvas paintings out of collage materials, and does collage on all kinds of furniture as well. And it's mind-blowingly good stuff, and incorporates a lot of interesting like text and imagery. And she's selling t-shirts now at skate shops. And it's going from basically a bad situation to an amazingly inspirational and productive lifestyle. Like, that is really encouraging to see. And that's kind of what I'd like this place to really support.
Yeah, I think that's just almost like a fractal of the community itself, right? It's very kind of diverse and interesting, and you start peeling away layers, and you just see all sorts of experience and different just kind of ways people interact with the world. So I think that's just lovely. Andres, any other questions?
Yeah, I mean, I think those were. I'm just trying to think what else I had in mind, but those were the questions that we kind of wanted to get to, and want to be conscious of time. But I think really that's kind of what comes to mind. I did want to focus more and kind of bring it back to the sense of six and kind of the details of the show before we kind of close this out, just so everybody knows when it is and at what time, and then kind of anything else that they should know prior to the show.
Yeah. Also, so yes, I mean, in terms of just date and time, Saturday the 26th of July from 2 to 6 p.m. So 26, 2 to 6, kind of
sense of six.
Sense of six. And hopefully there's some.
What's the address of the gallery?
2626. No, it's 1008 Mission Street. So right on the corner of 6th and Mission. You can't really miss it. Easy access to both BART and the 14 bus. The day of the show from 3 to 5, we have another gentleman, Peter Lindman, playing live music too. So he is an accomplished musician. He was part of the Market Street kind of busket series. He's out there almost every week with different artists playing music. His partner is in the band Four Non Blondes, and they play together. And I don't know, I mean, how old you are, but they used to be a pretty big band, and they're coming back together. I mean, they're back together, and they're performing now. But anyway, so the live music, we'll be making crepes. So if you like,
French food,
probably sweet, banana Nutella, that sort of thing. Otherwise, it's going to be a fun, like, a lot of artists will be here. It'll be just a fun neighborhood show. I think, it'll feel, I'm hoping, almost like a block party. Nice. That's sort of part of the sort of open house vibe that would be nice to sort of incorporate. So,
and for updates, people can follow you on Instagram, Facebook, and then check out the website.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have search for like 6M Community Arts on Instagram or Facebook, or type that into Google and you'll get our website.
Perfect. Awesome. There's nothing else on my end, Peter. I'm not sure if there's anything that you want to ask, but kind of want to wrap it up and just thank Kerim for the time and
Yeah. Can I just add one last thing?
Yeah.
Just in case it makes the cut. And then every Thursday we'll be doing a Vanguard. We'll be doing a workshop here from 4 to 7 for anybody in the neighborhood who wants to join. So that's
Fabulous.
just
Oh, awesome.
throw that on the
Yeah,
list.
that's the starting this Thursday,
Starting tomorrow, yeah.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
and then every week.
And every week after that. So,
Awesome.
in case there's
What are some of the themes of the workshop? Are they going to be what kind of medium or what people?
yeah, it's going to change weekly, but some of them might have multiple sessions. Like tomorrow will be the art of the protest. So different ways of creating artwork, both for protests and learning about sort of San Francisco protest art as well.
That's fabulous.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Groovy. Well, thank you
Cool.
very much. Yeah, appreciate your time, Kerim.
Thank you
This
so
is
much,
fabulous.
Peter Andres.
Yeah.
And I'll see you, next time I'm over there, I guess.
Perfect. Thank you everyone for listening, and make sure to subscribe to our channel and to our podcast on Spotify, and keep your eyes out for the next installment of the TODCast podcast.
All right. Thank you so much.
And see. Thanks, Kerim.
Everyone for listening to this episode of the TODCast podcast, an official TODCO group podcast. Make sure to follow us and subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, where we'll be uploading all of our latest episodes. If you follow us on Spotify, you'll get a notification every time that there's a new upload. Also, make sure to follow us on social media at TODCO Group across all social platforms. We're going to be posting every time we have a new episode uploaded.
And we also just would love to hear from you. My email is peter@todco.org. Andres is andres@todco.org. And just please give us your honest feedback.
Yes, 100%. And we look forward to developing this podcasting community with you all. And we'll see you on the next installment of the TODCast.